What's happening, guys? It's Nagpal for iGyaan.in, and today we're going to be checking out the hardware and benchmarks on the new Google Nexus 7 Revision 2, or the 2013 variant of the Nexus 7. Now this one has a really high resolution 1920 by 1200 pixel display, which makes it the highest resolution display available on a tablet presently in terms of pixel density as well. We have a Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 Pro chipset, which is a quad-core chipset, and you have the Adreno 320 GPU, which is really nice for a tablet of this value as well as this size. The device is priced at about $229 and $269 for the 16 and 32 gigabyte variants. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start up Quadrant Standard over here, and I'm going to go into System Information. You'll be able to see that we have the Nexus 7 name over here. You can see it's the product ID is Razer, brand is Google. We have an ARM v7 chipset, 1.5 gigahertz on the clock. We have 4 cores, and for RAM we have a 1.8 approximately, but it's 2 gigabyte of RAM, and we have about 800 megabyte free after all the utilizations. If we turn on into the display, you can see we have a 1920 by 1104 pixel resolution, but that's because of the keys at the bottom. They take up some of the resolution of the display. So if we didn't have the keys, we'd have a 1920 by 1200 pixel resolution of the device. We have a DPI of 321 by 323, and we have a Qualcomm Adreno 320 GPU, which is fantastic. And if we come into sensors, a whole variety of sensors. We have an accelerometer, magnetic field sensor, orientation sensor, ambient light sensor, a gyroscope, magnetic field AKM, and another gyroscope, gravity sensor, linear acceleration sensor, rotational vector, significant motion sensor, game rotation vector, rotational vector sensor, a gravity sensor, again a linear acceleration sensor, orientation sensor, and a corrected gyroscope sensor. So a whole variety, a whole toast of sensors over there. So now I'm going to do is I'm going to run a full benchmark. Finally, the scores are in, and we will be able to see the full score. So the device scores a 5573 on Quadrant, which is not really a very impressive score if you think about it in comparison to the other devices, but it's a pretty impressive score if you look at it from a tablet perspective, from a value perspective of the tablet. So you can see Nina Mark scores an impressive 58.8 FPS. So I'm also going to run an Antutu benchmark for your pleasure. So let's quickly go ahead and run that. So the scores are in. The Antutu result is 5 stars on 5 stars, and the score is 18,155. CPU scores 7391, GPU 7080, both of which are really impressive. RAM is at 2865 and input output at 819. So the last thing I want to do, guys, is I want to run a multi-touch test for you guys. So here it is. We do have a 10-point touch input on the new Google Nexus 7. So there you go, guys. This was a quick benchmarks video for the new Google Nexus 7. We'll be back with our gaming video really soon, so stay tuned for that. If you have any questions, queries, do drop them in the comment section below. Stay tuned for the rest of the stuff. Catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/iGyaan, youtube.com/iGyaanTV.